Hello, everyone. As a Scrum Master or Agile coaches, it's our responsibility to coach the developers, product owners, management, clients as needed, right? So, today we have come up with a demo coaching session where I will play the role of an Agile coach. Kirti will be a Scrum Master facing some team challenges. We will use a well-known coaching model to guide our discussion. And if you want to learn about coaching stances, please pay a close attention to this video. Let's start. Hi, Kirti. How are you?
Hi, Saheli. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. So thanks, Kirti, for reaching out to me. So before we start our conversation, I want you to feel comfortable. So whatever we will be discussing now, it will be staying between you and me.
Thank you for the assurance, actually, much needed. So, I'm just like to share a scenario which I'm feeling there's a great wall of there's a big wall between the developer team and the tester team. Basically, in Scrum, all are developers, but here in my teams, I'm facing a challenge where there's actually a big wall between them. So the developers just focuses on coding, the testers just focusing on testing. And if there was a scenario post which I approached you, so they mentioned that there was a time constraint and the story was not getting done. So the tester asked for additional help from the developer to get it done for the testing part. Basically, the help was needed, but the developer simply said, refused it and said, it's not part of my job. So that was really shocking. And as a Scrum Master, I just thought of approaching you with the problem statement.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. I can completely understand your concern. So, can you tell me, like, for you, what should be an ideal behavior here? What is appropriate in this situation for you?
Yeah, so in Scrum, there is no one who is having a specific role, right? Everybody does everything. So it's more of a T-shaped team. So the developer and tester, everybody should contribute equally to any given part of task. So there are no heroes here. So it's all teamwork. So I think everybody should take equal responsibility. That's my thought.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to hear your perspective, Kirti. So, Kirti, since you are observing it from a quite a long time, so did you try anything to address these issues?
Yes, Saili, actually, I have tried couple of coaching methods for my teams, and I've been, then and there in the retros, I've been bringing up the points. But still, somewhere I feel there is a accountability missing in the teams. So they're not there yet, even in spite of multiple coaching and taking sessions, training sessions for them.
Well, okay. So, if I put this uh, in this way, that suppose a backlog item is stuck. So, can someone from a different role in your team step into this and help to move forward? Or like, suppose a backlog item is not completed yet, and you are in the last day of your sprint. So, whose responsibility is it?
It's responsibility of the entire team basically, but yeah, what I think is we haven't really considered before of creating any working agreements maybe. So maybe there is no shared responsibility currently in the team, because I've just been training them, but it's not come from them that they want to do that part. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, suppose at this moment I can give you one privilege that okay, uh, mm, if you want to change something in this situation, you please go ahead and change it. So what could be that for you?
Mm, I think I would go ahead and change the reporting structure, how the team is currently aligned to, because what I feel is the all our developers I know, but the person who is the primary accountability for the testing, basically the testers, they are aligned to the test manager. The developers are aligned to development lead, there's an architect who's aligned to the architect head, so on and so forth, right? Like, there is mixed, so everybody has their own priorities. Maybe they are not aligned as a team currently, so maybe aligning the reporting structure might help, I suppose.
Okay, I'm glad that you have already identified this issue. So, since now I whatever you have said from that, I can see that you have identified couple of issues. You have tried something already. What option do you think you should explore more in this area? Anything is
Mm,
stopping you? Any help you need, Kirti, in this area?
um No, not help. There was something on my mind regarding the reporting structure, so it might have come out in this coaching session. So this was one thing, and the other key takeaway, which I learned from this session was the working agreement, which I did not focus much on. So, so the primary takeaway is, I need to engage my management here, because the reporting structure is something which is outside team purview, and we would need the management buy-in as well. So I would like to engage them to ensure that our teams are more agile and are more collaborative. And the second thing is making a working agreement so that the team commits, basically, that they are aligned to this thought that if a story needs to be done, it's primarily everyone's responsibility and not just one person. And they cannot do just a part of a story. It has to be the complete package, right? And if not done, it's entire team's responsibility, not one person's responsibility. Yeah. So primarily, I think um that is what my thought process is.
That sounds like a good plan, Kirti. I can see you have couple of action item in your hand which you want to try out, give it a try once. So let me know when you are ready for next discussion on this.
Sure thing. I'll schedule a call with the team as soon as possible. I'll discuss out with the management as well. And I'll set up something on your calendar for next week once this all discussion starts to take your further inputs.
Sure, sure. I'm happy to help here, Kirti. Thanks for reaching me out.
Thank you so much for helping me out.
You're welcome. Okay, so for all of you who are watching this video, you also might encounter such situations, right? To have a productive discussion, we need to keep the discussion very organized and structured, right? So for that, it is very essential for us as a scrum master, as an agile coaches, to be familiar with some coaching models. Okay, here I have used, like me and Kirti have used Seeger model. So Seeger coaching model is nothing but C stands for the current reality, I stands for ideal reality, G start for the gaps, A start for the action item, and R stands for the review. So in my coaching experience so far in my career, I would like to offer few suggestions that I have learned along the way. So first, create a comfortable environment for the person you are coaching. If you remember that when I started the conversation with Kirti, I told her that be comfortable. You can trust me because whatever we will be discussing, it will be between us only, right? So giving that comfort level is very important. Next is when they come to you, they won't immediately state their goals, right? They usually begin with their current situation as a problem statement, like Kirti did, that their developer and testers are working in a silo mode. So when your coachee explains their current situation, don't rush to ask why question there. In my experience, I have seen that when you ask them directly the why question, they take it personally and they might not open up. Okay, so instead of asking them why question, you can ask what an appropriate situation would look like for them. Okay, like I asked Kirti that, yeah, what is the ideal behavior for you what do you think the developer should be ideally behaving and how they are now behaving. So this understanding helps you to like understand the gap between the current and the ideal reality. So if you remember, the in the Siger model, G stands for the gap. So now you know the current reality, ideal reality, and the gap as well. So if you conduct this kind of conversation very effectively, you will see an aha moment when your coachee will realize the gap. If you remember here, Kirti, when I asked Kirti about backlog ownership, working agreements, she was like, "Oh, we have not done that before. We don't have any working agreement yet." And at the very moment she uh, she realized that there are some action items she can take, like properly to handle this situation, right? So she like promptly immediately thought of on some action item, and at last we decided to review it in a few days, right? So in like instructing people on what to do may be a quick solution, but guiding someone to self reflect and analyze and discover their own answer takes more time and effort, and it is a bit challenging and complex as well. So it requires a like efficiently you need to practice, a consistent practice is required. So no matter what role you are currently dealing with, when you face some conflicts, try to structure your conversation using a coaching model. So I use this approach in my career regularly, and if you are skilled in one or two coaching model, believe me, if you have asked the right open ended question, you can address any issue. So I can guarantee you that based on my coaching experience. So yeah, so that's all from my end. So Kirti, you want to add anything here?
No, I think you've explained it very well. So, but the only thing I would like to add is there are many people on their agile journey. They might be facing so many scenarios where there are conflicts, where they need some guidance. So, people, please feel free to put such scenarios in the comment box, and we will definitely try and make another coaching session based on the real life problem which you are facing just for you, so that we can help more and more people. Yeah, thanks. And do like, comment, and subscribe if you wish to. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.